Hi, my name is Quinn Day, and I'm going to be talking about the different views of space exploration. Ever since the 50s, space exploration has been debated among many, whether it's beneficial or just a waste of money. But normally people take one of three stances. They want to see space exploration strictly for commercial purposes, strictly for scientific discoveries, or just not at all. So first, we have the people who want to see it for scientific discoveries. Ever since the Cold War and the space race, NASA has developed two new telescopes, which are the Hubble telescope and the James Webb telescope, both of which can look very far in space. And according to astrophysicist Aidan Rumpel from World Atlas 2002, NASA has closely observed over 4,000 planets and found 55 that are Earth-like. So not only can these telescopes make discoveries that deepen our knowledge about the universe, but they might be able to find life on one of these Earth-like planets one day. Secondly, Ales Tozovsky reported in his article at NASA last year that James Webb Telescope will possibly be able to see back to 100 million years after the Big Bang, which would actually rewrite a lot of our history books, as this kind of proves that our universe is older than we expected, which is kind of wild to think about. Secondly, there are the people who only want to see space travel commercially. SpaceX is a great example of this, as it was founded in 2002 by Elon Musk. They have a wide range of spacecrafts that are able to complete short-range missions to and from the ISS for resupply purposes. And according to Alan Stems, in an article published by Nature in 2012, he mentions how the ISS resupply missions will be the first of many under a contract by NASA to SpaceX worth $1.6 billion. So this opened a new door for companies to earn profit by developing spacecrafts. And not only can they develop spacecrafts that earn profits, but Russians are developing an inflatable space hotel for people to take a vacation on. So this space hotel works by launching your standard rocket into orbit, and once it gets into orbit, it'll inflate, and then it'll be pressurized so you can walk around in it's like a normal living space, which is pretty cool. And the first one that was launched was in 2006 by the Russians, and it was only 4 meters wide. But over the past 17 years, they've been developing more and more research to try and make a larger one that could actually be used. And in Nature's article from 2006, Hetty Lenford stated that a U.S. hotelier and millionaire, Robert Bigelow's goal is to create a space hotel 3 times larger to house researchers and holidaymakers. So one day we might be able to take trips into space, just because, why not? And the third type of people, their view on space exploration, is they don't want to see it at all. And I actually have the video of Elon reacting to his mentors.
You know, there are American heroes who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight in the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that. Because those guys are, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough.
That was Elon Musk, almost in tears, because his mentor, Neil Armstrong, was against commercial air flight. And he's against commercial air flight for good reasons. For one, it's not the safest thing in the world. Tesla's missions, or SpaceX's missions, only have about a 90% completion rate, which sounds high, but if you have a 1/10 chance of dying when you're going on your vacation to space, you're probably not want to go. And these price tags for commercial air flight are extremely high. If these hotels were actually produced, it would be absurd prices. Only the top 1% could afford it. But it's not just commercial air flight. People don't want to see any space exploration whatsoever, because in another article written by Nature from 2010, it stated how Congress passed a 3-year outline budget for NASA worth $58 billion, which some people in the U.S. don't want to see this money going towards space exploration. They'd rather see it spent here on Earth towards schools, government programs, building roads, just infrastructure in general. And especially since the price of space exploration is just increasing more and more, they just would rather see it spent here. So to conclude, there are normally 3 main people when it comes to points of views on space exploration. Those who want to see it commercially, those who want to see more discoveries in space, and those who would rather not see it at all. people want to see deeper knowledge and backgrounds of our universe. Some just want to have breakfast in bed in space, and others just don't want to see anything to do with it. So, space travel is not going anywhere anytime soon. But one day it might be as common as taking a flight to Florida.